welcome to the best character tier list for Trails in the Sky the Third. If you disagree, first off, again, you're wrong. Second off, if there's a character that's not on here, they weren't important, then they go in the F tier. All right? If the character is not on this list, they're an F tier. However, there are rules. There are rules to this tier list. One, if a character only shows up indoors, they're not on the tier list. Unless they are. That's the rule. Good job, everyone. If you want my opinion about characters that are only indoors, go watch the Doors tier list. They're over there. There will be a link up in the doobly-doo and in the doobly-doo. That was fast? Yeah, it's more rule. Okay, second rule. Estelle gets her own tier because she's better than everyone else. There you go. Two rules. Estelle's still the best character, and we can talk about her first because she's the best character. Oh. Someone else gets their own tier, but we'll get to that. She shows up early in the game, thank God. She is it's a law of the universe. Yeah, she shows up. She has the best character interactions with the rest of the party. She is somehow worse gameplay wise. I don't know why I feel like she was nerfed, even though she definitely wasn't, but I feel like she was. He doesn't roll Estelle till past the halfway point. Really? How wild. Like, I know she's so much better, but like, I feel like I never used her. And so like, I know she's not. I know she's strictly actually better in this game, but for some reason, I'm like, I don't feel like she was as useful. Her kit was never good. Yeah, but like, no one's kit is good in first chapter. So hers was like the least bad. That's my hot take of the day. I don't know. I just think she's the best pro tag in... She's like the best JRPG pro tag they've ever made. And so she gets her own tier. It's great. Josh is pretty cool. Josh is mellowed out significantly. Tita have insane kits. Oh, that's true. I did use Tita for everything. I don't know why Josh is the second. Wait, where'd Kevin go? This isn't in any of the order that I put it in. None of this is in the right order. Whatever, Josh is cool. You know who's not cool? Kevin. Kevin gets to be put in the bottom. We're not talking about Josh anymore. I don't have, like, not writing Kevin's taunt after getting rolled was really good characterization for both of them. Oh, yeah. Kevin is... better than he was in second chapter. I'll give him that. But like 99% of the game would have the game is his, like the entire thing that happened is his fault. And it's fine. Kevin Graham is Kevin Graham tier. Like, yeah, basically. Like, he's in his own tier at the bottom because everything that happens in this game is because he refuses to communicate to anyone at any point in the past 5 years of his life. The dude has refused to say a single thing to the only other important person in his life, and that causes this. Trails of the Sky the Third is literally just Kevin needs therapy badly, or to literally say a word to anyone. He's an idiot. And that's why he's in his own tier. Anyway, let's talk about Reese, who's my favorite character. My favorite new character from this game. You love this? I'm glad. But even before his trauma with Rufina, right? Reese is great because she's like Estelle 2. Like, okay, everyone's like, man, if Estelle's so great, why isn't there an Estelle 2? I have such good news for you. There is Reese Argent. Reese getting a job as abandoning people. No. It's not that he got a job. It's that he stopped communicating. Erica, you'll die on this hill. We'll get to that. Reese is great. She's spontaneously violent. She's always hungry. And she calls people out on their nonsense. She doesn't take guff from anything. Even her family, especially her family. Her own, she's just good. I think she had some of the best moments in the game, which allowed her to shine, obviously. I think that she needed, like, her backstory was really fascinating. Her characterization was good. She had a wonderful character arc. And she got to yell at Kevin a lot, and I'm a big fan of all of that. I think, I don't know, I'm just, like, she ticks a lot of the boxes that I look for in characters. And anytime she's around, she's fun. And I like that. I'm a big fan. Is there anyone that I want? Anyone else that I want to grab? Because this is mostly like party. Oh, I guess George snuck in. All right, that's cool. Hi, George. What's up? I guess since we're talking like Kevin and family, we can talk about Rufina. Rufina's like a B. With Ren was really good. Ren needs to go with people outside of Estelle and Tita. That's true. That is true. Reese just had really good interactions with the majority of the party. Even Annelise. Man, I don't know how to feel about Rufina, because we got a lot from her. Or we got a lot about her, but I don't think, like, we obviously didn't get a ton. We got a lot about her, but we didn't get a ton from her. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say here. She's a good character, but, like, obviously she's dead by the time the game starts. So we get nothing but backstory and then the Lord of Nonsense stuff. Speaking of which, let's talk about the Lord of Nonsense. The most mid-tier character of all, the most... What do you say about this? We say where Kevin got his sense of humor. That's fair. What do you say about the Lord of Nonsense, which is the official title of the Lord of Nonsense, by the way? If I would have thought for 2 seconds, I would have made her name orange. I would have put orange text on her name. Also, fun fact, Lord of Nonsense doesn't have a full wiki article, just a stub. So that's cool. Thanks, video game. Thanks. Thanks, wiki. Like, the villains in this game are really weak, right? Like, right? I don't know, just have, like, anything. I know there's not a lot of information, but, like, you could at least have the character sheets. Like, if I'm going to a wiki, villain singular, yeah. Like, if I'm going to a wiki, it's because I want information. And sometimes the information I want is, like, this character sheets or images. And they had literally this one image and a paragraph, the Lord of Nonsense exists. All the stories and 2 other characters. You're right. Like, technically, like, you could argue Lord of Nonsense and Rufina are the same character, but, like, I'm gonna argue that, like, you can consider them to be 2 separate entries. And the Lord of Nonsense is just, like, a weak character. It's like, shows up, spouts cryptic nonsense, taunts Kevin, leaves. You know who else does that? Lowe, Louvre, whatever his stupid name is in this game, mask guy, who I couldn't find a picture of for the tier list, so I just grabbed my old one. Stupid mask guy. Shows up, spouts cryptic nonsense, leaves. Gets to have an emotional reunion with Josh for 30 seconds after we kill him. He wasn't actually the fake. He wasn't even a fake. He was the revived spirit of the dead, according to the wiki, which I don't believe is accurate. I have so many complaints about the wiki. I'm so mad at that wiki. Anyway. That's all I have to say about him. So that's it. That's the whole thing. We're gonna get to party members last. Erica Russell is an S tier character. Because she showed up outside of a door. She was in the prologue, so she's allowed to be here. He's a spirit, at least that's what he says. Yeah. He claims to be the real deal. You'd argue she belongs in Bestel tier. The only reason, honestly, I'm going to put her above Josh. Am I? She can hang out right here. Yeah, she can hang out with Reese. Like, I like Erica. I think she is one of my favorite new characters, along with Reese. The characters, like, but it helps. It helps that she's in the moon of, like, a really long moon door. Like, it helps that she's very involved in one of the moon doors. Just if you were just to go off of prologue in its entirety, like the prologue chapter, and that was it, like we weren't allowed to use moon door stuff, I'd be like, no, it's not important. It's not real. But, like, she's great. I like her. But, you know, she's not Bestel tier. No one, look, there should be like an extra tier between S and Bestel, which is just blank, to show, like she doesn't even deserve, like, she should be up here in the tier maker tier. That's how high up that rank is. But like, she's a solid S. You know, I didn't really talk about Josh. Let's talk about Josh, who's also an S tier character. It helps that he's got 2 full games of backstory to work through, or to work with. But I love how he's very heavily like mellowed out. He smiles a lot more. He seems happier in this game. He seems a lot more mellowed out. He seems a lot happier, and I'm just a big fan of Josh in this game. And that's why he's S tier, which is way higher than I think I put him in second chapter. I don't remember where he was in my second chapter tier list, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Much better in this game, much better character. And I'm a fan. George can hang out in C tier. I don't even know why he's in this tier list, honestly. I think I just grabbed his picture accidentally. Yeah, because we had a copy of George. He didn't really do much. You know what? He can just hang out down here, actually, in the not a real character tier. He's just not going to be put on the tier list because he was there for like 30 seconds and then he was like, oh, I shall tempt you into temptation. And then it's like, it's not even a thing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, hold on. Hold that thought, actually. This is what we're going to do here. This game doesn't have good villains. But that's not the point of the game. Okay, it does have a good villain, Kevin. But that's beyond the point, because Kevin's in his own tier at the bottom. It's not relevant. Even in death, he won his ambition. Oh yeah, like even though he knew he was dead, he knew he was in hell or whatever. He's like, I failed at what I wanted to do, but you're right there. Like, that's like acknowledging that he is a failure. You know, he can be the best of the bad villains. Acknowledging that he failed, but seeing that he could still get there and trying for it anyway, even though he was dead. I'll give him respect for that, but like, ugh. But like the villains were here because the game needed to have combat. The villains existed purely because this is a video game and they needed to be here. Because Trails in the Sky the Third doesn't care about that. The main plot, so to speak, isn't relevant. It's not what you're here for. You're here because you wanted the epilogue for the characters in the previous 2 games. Yeah, we needed non-demon boss fights, basically. Yeah, the game is in the doors. It's in the back, the epilogues, the backstories, the side stories. Like, that's what we're here for. That's why this is a good video game. Nothing else matters. DVD menu, get to choose watch on connected side stories. Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. You know? I would argue that the final dungeon is honestly one of the weakest points of the whole series, but that's going to be in my review. So, you know, look forward to that in, 2023 whenever I finish it. All right, last non-party member Let's talk about Gilbert. Let's talk about Gilbert. Gilbert is the best. It's the best Sky Final Dungeon. You'll see what I have to say about it later. Gilbert. I really need like a soundboard. Hey, Elgato, you want to send me a extra big stream deck and maybe some other stuff so I can, you know, make this stream better? Thanks. So like Gilbert's kind of great in this game. He shows up, kickstarts the plot, not before we get to into the cube. He just shows up a bunch, wanders around aimlessly, gets ahead of us in multiple places. Like, how is he getting places? You always skip everything? Oh, yeah. Like, how does he go places? I don't know. But, like, he just shows up, does stuff, and leaves. I love him. He's the best. 10 out of 10. The back door. I also gave him little snazzy sunnies for this tier list because he's that cool. Takes the elevator. Yup. Actually, it is implied that the layers of Phantasma go downwards, not upwards. So if he's falling upwards, then he would be leaving into the greater outside of the plains area. Yeah, I know. I'm falling. He's constantly succeeding accident. He's constantly failing to succeed, and I love him. I love him to death. One of my favorite characters in like the whole shebang. He got vanished, which is just cool. Yeah. I remember that. Oh man. All right. And now we literally just have party members left. Cause this game has like 10 characters. Let's do some rapid fire ones. Sharon's like a B. Like, oh, hold on. This is supposed to be a C tier. Like, Sharon's like a B. Like, she's fine. She gets a cool new costume, which, you know, is nice, I guess. And she has some cool character moments with Olivier. Apparently, there's like a thing going on between them, which I'm a big fan of. They've got like a thing going on, which I'm a big fan of. It's pretty cool, and like it's just good. Like and her backstory's neat. She's a much higher tier than she was in the last game. Speaking of Olivier, where they got a thing going on, Olivier. Ooh. Oh man, is he cooler than Gilbert though? Cause he is the coolest. Yeah, Olivier is cooler than Gilbert. Olivier, you're my A rank gatekeeper. You're holding the fort up there, buddy. Olivier's awesome. His stories inside the doors are amazing. His involvement with the plot is great. And he has some of the, you know, he gets to make the whole party awkward on a constant basis. I'm a big fan. Chemistry's there from day one. Yeah. Sees the two of them getting drunk. Yup. Well, that's what they do. They get drunk. Zinn's kind of a non-character in this game. Zinn's just kind of filling out the ranks, I think. Like, he shows up. He gets to do a fighting tournament door. Neat. But like, and he trains with Agate, who, you know, Agate can hang out with Zinn down here in C tier. Like, Agate and Zinn, Agate is, you know, Tita's, you know, emotional support Agate, I guess. Which is neat, I guess. Like, it's kind of like Mueller. It's kind of that same boat, but like, he shows up and then he yells at Olivier, and I like yelling at Olivier, so why not? He could be at B rank. Because he does more than Zinn and Agate. Like, they don't really have a lot of those two just don't have any meaningful interactions with the party as a whole. Like, even, like, and I read, hopefully, all of the extra party dialogue. I feel like I read, like, all of the extra party dialogue, because I checked every time something happened. I went back and I went to the garden. I talked to everyone. Like, and Mueller, like, interacts with Olivier, but Zinn just kind of vibes. Agate vibes, but also interacts with Tita, I guess? I don't know. They're fine. Josette got characterization in the garden, and I didn't expect that. Josette is kind of great, actually. We learned that she's kind of she's got like a decent like caring streak. She has like basically an anxiety attack halfway through the game. She maintains like her thing with Estelle, but like they kind of chill out about it by the end. She's our team medic. Starts out useless, counterproductive. She starts to shine late game. Yeah, she like has a really good character arc. She grows a lot from this game. And I'm just a big fan. Team mom. I'm just a big fan. Julia, yeah, everyone's better than Rufina. Julia's another character who's kind of like one of the tertiary. She's not even a secondary. She's definitely like a tertiary. And then you have like whatever the heck's going on, quadriary. What's after tertiary? Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Like, I guess Sharon technically needs to move up. Actually, I'll move Sharon up. But like, Julia has a door to her, like her and Mueller have a door. It's great. It belongs with Mueller. I mean, they do. That's one of my favorite ships, and I hope that ship sails. That would be great. But I don't know, she's fine. Is she better than Rufina? Is she better than Rufina? Yeah? No? So that's the real question. Julia has the benefit of having 2 previous games to work on, where Rufina's stuck to just the characterization she gets in this game. To get screen time right? Yeah, Julia's just got more weight in the narrative. Can you tell there's characters I'm waiting to talk about? Because I'm just like, how do I describe this? Annelise is an A-tier character. Stalling? I am stalling. These 3 characters at the bottom are terrifying to talk about. Impacting the games, present kind of the same problem. Is Julia. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Olivier, like, Olivier does stuff. Like, Julia... Here's the thing. Olivier is active. Where a lot of these characters are more passive. Where, like, Olivier's doing stuff. With a lot of these other characters, things are happening to them. Annelise is really good. Actually, Annelise, you can be the top of my A tier. Like, I can see, yeah, like, Olivier's got a lot of long-term payoff, and, like, I think I can see where they're going with that, and that's why he's ranking high. I'm not, like, necessarily looking ahead. I'm not looking ahead, but I'm picking up the breadcrumbs, so to speak. They're putting little breadcrumbs down, and, you know, I'm just a big stupid bird going like, hum nom nom, hum nom nom, or however it is birds do. I don't know. I like Annelise. Annelise gets, like I said earlier, when I was doing her Star Door, she gets a lot more characterization in this game than she does in second chapter or first chapter. Because second and first chapter, she's like, oh, cute things, haha, I have a sword. And now she's like, I have a sword, haha, cute things. She has some of my favorite garden dialogue, especially once Ren shows up. Ren, Tita, and Reese, she has conversations with all three of them. And she's kind of great about it. She also gives Ren one last push in the final moments, which I think helped a lot. Same time Chloe debuts as a crown princess. Yeah, definitely. But that's like the previous game. I think in this game, honestly, here's the one thing. If I was going purely on just non-door character progression, Olivier would in fact be like down in like the B tier, C tier. He would be on a much lower tier. The thing is, I am counting the progression that characters get in the doors. I just don't care about characters who only appear there. You can't relate third alone? Yeah. I'll agree with that. I'm trying to do it anyway. But I'll agree with that. Because honestly, if I was considering the entirety of, you know, the Sky trilogy, obviously this guy would be much higher up. But I'm considering characters that are in this game. I'm only really considering their involvement and the backstories we're getting from this. Rated objectively on its own, 90% of characters are C. Well, yeah, this is an objective tier list. But I clearly have other tiers. It's fine. So Annelise has a lot better conversations. She's talking about more stuff. We get that backstory with her like actual martial arts stuff. It's great. I love it. 10 out of 10 rave reviews. Cisco and Ebert were like, it's watchable. Let me put Gilbert there. He's so cool. He's so cool. Chloe, where are you going? I'm gonna put her here, but she's gonna move around, so don't worry. She's not staying there. She's not staying there. But I just needed to put her somewhere so I can like think about it. Chloe's interesting in this game in the garden, she spends a lot of time like going through books, going through literature, like trying to research what's going on. Obviously, she has that connection to Celeste, who is like the ghost lady who isn't on this tier list. Oh well. She has two of my favorite doors she has very good moments in. The banquet, where she basically, confesses to Josh, and her own moon door, which we've already talked about at length. The connection that doesn't matter at all, right? She's a plot device, not a character. I meant to have her on here. She was going to be pretty low tier anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just pretend she's on the C tier. Just pretend she's on the C tier, all right? Cool beans. Had to sneeze. Like, I don't know. Chloe's Chloe. Like, I think she had a lot of good character moments. I think that her like subplot going on in the garden was interesting. She's actually been getting a lot of good insights for the party, and I think she was pretty good. But is she better than Gilbert though? I don't know. To really put her in C tier in post. Editor Eric, remember to do this or don't. I'm not your mom. Oh man, I gotta put Gilbert above her, and that just feels wrong. That just feels wrong. Because Chloe has like two really good moments. Really good moments. And she has solid characterization, but I think Gilbert is just overall has more going on in this game. Good politician, good at reading, teasing, manipulating people. It's true. I think she had a lot, but I think Gilbert just did more in this game. Which is wild. Why is Gilbert so cool? Tita's an S tier. As an honorary bright sibling, Tita is great. She's the best character mechanically. She has my favorite door in the whole Ding Dang Dong game. She has good character moments with Estelle, with Ren. She has great character moments with like half of the party. And she's awesome. And she was in the party as long as I was physically allowed to keep her there. Her to step up as crown princess. Yeah, that is true. We did get to see her a lot more. We saw her in a very different light in this game. We saw Chloe in a very different light in this game. But yeah, I think Tita's an S tier character. My precious explosion daughter will continue to explode things, hopefully in many more games to come, where she will blow up the world. One day. That would be great. Can I get a game where she's just like the villain? Like her granddad just, decided, oh, I'm actually Dr. Wily, and just, decides to take over a small country, and they're all the Russells are just laughing maniacally, and I have to fight their 8 robot masters. I'd be down to clown with that game. I'd play that. Like, I don't know. If you care about my opinion about Tita, just go watch the entirety of my Chosen Sky playthroughs. There you go. Good job. Yandere Chloe when Aga gets a girlfriend. Oh, that would be hilarious. Ren. I'm gonna put Ren right here for right now. Josh, guess what? You're in the bottom of S tier. I'm sorry. Erica, you're moving down there too with Josh. Man, I've talked about Ren a lot over the past week. I've talked about Ren quite a bit. I think that if Ren and her related backstories were not in Trails this Third, and someone was asking me if it was important that they play this before Zero, I'd be like, you can play it later. Because there's a lot of times where the plot and stuff is relevant to Kevin, but I feel like she's the actual through line here. Like half of the characters' backstories here, okay, not half, but there's a good chunk of characters whose entire epilogues, whose whole involvement in this game is here because they're like, hey, Ren, Estelle's going to adopt you, whether you want it or not. Sign this paper. That's the whole, that's half the reason. That's the whole reason Estelle and Josh are here. It's 70% of Tita. Annelise is excited. And she even has this bickering sisterly rivalry with Reese at some points. She isn't the main character, but she's the character that probably is the most connected. In the game, but for every person. Yeah. She's pretty good. She's pretty important to this game. This game could have easily been rewritten to revolve more around her. And I know that she's going to Crossbell, so I'm really hoping that she's in Zero or Azure. Because that would also mean Estelle and Josh would be there, and I just want more Estelle content in my life, really. Third without Ren as a party member would be mid at best. Oh yeah, it would be a very missable game character ever does it, right? Yeah, the conversation they had at the end, it's the last conversation. It's literally there's a little bit with Kevin, having a back and forth with the Carnelia lady, but that's the last conversation. That's where the game was yeah, we're gonna end this game here. That's the thing we want you to take away. There's a little bit after that, but that was the climax. That was what they wanted you to take away from this. And Estelle's conversation about loss, about, good, farewells and stuff like that. That is what, that's, I think, it hits. We've had, and it hits especially hard because we, as the audience, know that for us, this is the goodbye to Trails in the Sky. We are about to say goodbye to this trilogy that we've all spent 200 plus hours playing through. And that's why that conversation hits as hard as it does. And that's why this game is secretly a game about Ren. Yeah, that's it. Are there any adjustments I want to make here? Gilbert, you're better than Annelise. I'm sorry, Annelise. You're my favorite, but like... Gilbert. Anything else want to be changed around? I don't think so. I just really like Gilbert. I just think Gilbert's really good. He's just a cool guy. And this comes from someone who absolutely adores Annelise, you know? I wish I would have had a little bit more time this morning to get the Trails the Third images for most of these people, but it's okay. Did not have that time. But yeah, there you go. There it is, the 100% objectively correct Trails in the Sky the Third character tier list with all of the characters that matter and even one or two that don't. There you go. We did it. High fives all around. Like, comment, subscribe.